check this out. So it's day 18. We came out of the hostel today. Stinking VOR station. So we're on Snowbird Peak. I know the Snowbird MOA is over here, but I've never flown down here, so I don't know the name of this. I guess it would be the Snowbird VOR. That's pretty cool. This is big news for me, people. I like stuff like this. You can see I'm gonna have to fly over this one day and then do a video from up top. This is crazy. And then over, so right now I'm looking out to the west, and then you look over here to the south, and there's the southern part of the Great Smoky Mountains. Yeah, see. Ring-a-ding-ding. Wow, that's cool. It's a nice day. It's stormed a little bit or not stormed, it just rained for a couple hours this morning. We had a camp last night, which really sucked. We wanted to stay at that hostel so that we didn't have to put our tents out and get them all wet. But you can't win them all. They gave us a really nice, monstrous piece of chicken last night. It was a chicken breast like the size of my, I don't know, like my calf. And so we enjoyed that. Let's see where we're going here. Over there in the distance is Max Patch. That's about 9 miles walk. Let's see here. This is awesome though. There are the Smokies down there. Well, this is just really made my day. I don't know if I said it already, but today's day 18. We are heading halfway to Hot Springs today, and then tomorrow I don't know how far we're gonna go today. We're gonna try to go 20 again, maybe less, maybe 17. Hot Springs is 35 miles on this little stretch between Standing Bear and Standing Bear to Hot Springs, 35 miles. So we also got ourselves a room for 2 nights, so we're gonna zero. We were thinking about, we wanted to stay in the Standing Bear hostel, not outside of it. And so we were just like, it was just like we were camping there. We got a great piece of chicken, like I said. And what else did we get? Oh yeah, you got to go to the Standing Bear. It's like a must visit kind of place. They've got some. It's like a little mini, like mining town kind of deal, and they've got like a shower room. They've got a guy that like controls like a little kitchen and does some cooking, and he sells beer. Everything's on a tab system, so you just carry around a tab, like this piece of paper in your pocket, and everything that you get, you just write it down on that, and then at the end of the visit, you can settle up with a credit card or cash, which is awesome. And we had a $20 bill, so he charged us $15 for a tent spot, and then we went and we walked into there's this really cool little store that's open. It's only supposed to be open from sunrise to sundown, but it's actually open 24 hours a day. And you can just go in there, and they've got some clothing and some camp shoes, and then they've got a full resupply set, including some sweets and all that other good junk food. They also have all kind of whole soda selection. It's pretty cool. We had a pretty cool time in there. We ended up just buying donuts this morning. I mean, we could have bought eggs and gone and used they have a cool outdoor kitchen too. It's kind of outdoors, it's kind of indoors, and there's also for washing, you hand wash your clothes, and then they have a dryer. And we just didn't have the time to do our laundry, which kind of sucks. We got in really late and we're really tired, and feet were really sore, so it made it difficult. But yeah, Standing Bear, definitely a place to visit. You know, we visited on a Saturday, so it was more of like the party crowd, which was unfortunate for us, but it didn't really bother us. We have, you know, earplugs and stuff, so we just plugged them in and took a nice little snooze. But the guy Jack who runs it, he's super awesome. And if you ever have any really nice gear that you're just going to give away, you know, you can send it to them and then they'll sell it on their clothes rack inside their store. So it's pretty awesome. I wish I took some footage of that. But yeah, here's the trail today. So I believe we're back in the good old U.S. National Forest, although I haven't seen any National Forest signs. And yeah, I'm not sure what state we're in. I think we're in Tennessee, kind of, you know, meandering our way back into North Carolina. This is just a really nice forest. It goes way down. Decent, you know, decent aged timber stand as well, which I always like. And as you can, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the songbirds are singing. They're coming in every day. It sounds like there's some kind of, like, so for the last 4 or 5 days, it sounds like every day we get one new kind of songbird. So I've just been enjoying that. And you can see in here, it's just starting to bud. It's funny because each little area, you go 10 miles and some areas are fully developed, and you go another 10 miles and they haven't even started to bud yet. It's just strange that the farthest south area, Georgia, hadn't budded at all when we started.
Hi guys, Nibbles here. Just wanted to give a quick recap of my thoughts and favorite things about our trip in the Smokies. And so far, I mean, as we went through the Smokies and we did it kind of quick in 4 days, you know, people had given us some feedback or opinions about going too fast and not taking in the full experience. But really, we took it in. Even though we went kind of fast, we just make the most of our days. We hike long hours, but we're not going that fast. So we're still seeing all the views and taking in what we can. We're just not getting as much time at the campsites. But we're not there for the campsites. We're there for the park. But the Great Smoky Mountains, beautiful. Such a cool park. Really good views. I mean, the climbs were big for sure. In the ascent, you know, just everything. But like, you go through different kind of, I don't know, not climates, but like little areas where you get different plants, and some areas are more pines, others are more deciduous. Just really cool, like, change in forest. And we saw deer. We didn't see any bears, but just really amazing that, you know, part of the Appalachian Trail goes through the national park, and they have the capacity to allow everyone on that on the trail to sleep in the shelters generally. And then yesterday we saw a lot of people day hiking on the weekend, and just great that everyone's out there enjoying spring break or spring, and it's awesome. There's a few people that even did trail magic, like not officially, but in the parking lot we got I got some tortillas, Dan got a carrot, and we may have gotten a few other things from people that had been camping that were leaving that day. That's pretty cool. And then later on the trail, another day hiker gave one of our buddies some like jerky and stuff that he shared with us. So you can't really do formal trail magic, I guess, in the parks because of all the bears and stuff, unless you were there manning it. But still really nice that people were thinking about the hungry thru hiker. But the parks are just so beautiful, and it's really great that they will be there forever. And we got to finally go through them and see them and, you know, have the full experience of sunshine as well as rain, and some big views as well as no views. That kind of captures all of it. But in general, we had pretty good weather. What was also really awesome was when we got up to Clingman Dome, we were making our final climb up there. Not sure how far away it was, really. I guess it's a couple tenths of a mile off. And by like the sign was this family that were just kind of waiting for thru hikers to kind of cheer them on and ask a few questions and give words of encouragement and, you know, tell us how cool it was. And that was like really, really nice and special. And then anytime, also I guess when we were leaving Newfound Gap, and someone said, "Where are you guys heading?" And, or maybe he asked like where we came from, and we said Georgia at the trailhead. And he's like, "Well, where are you going?" We're like, "Maine." And he, you know, his lid just about popped off. You could hardly believe it. It's pretty funny. So kind of getting those responses and just the encouragement just really restores your faith in humanity and trail magic and stuff like that. And people on the trail are really great and nice and pretty welcoming, and it's just it's a lovely place to be. And, you know, with this trip, Dan and I are really, or Radar and I are really like submerging ourselves, you know, in this trail and in nature for 5 or 6 months or whatever it takes for us to complete the trail. And we're so lucky to have that opportunity and, you know, see all these parks and places and meet these people. And it's just really been really, really special that we've been able to do this, especially together. You know, and then I guess as far as just traveling together, it's been really amazing. We're, you know, so encouraging of each other, and it's amazing how far we can kind of both push each other with knowing it and without knowing it. But yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on the Smokies. Just, I think as I was climbing one of the mountains, I guess, I was thinking like America the Beautiful, and just what a gorgeous land we live in. And, you know, treat yourself to a national park or a section of the AT. Look at that tree. And just, you know, go out and see how cool the community and everything is. All right. Thanks for tuning in. That's it. Peace out from Nibbles.
Climbing up to Max Patch. It's crazy. We just hit some trail magic, which was pretty rad. Some cool people. Let's see. It was 11. They hiked the PCT last year and finished it. It was awesome talking to them. They're super inspiring. Jared and Jesse, and let me see if I can remember their trail names. Her name was 11, And his name, oh man, I can't remember right now. I'll remember in a minute. Anyway, this is a big deal here. Coming up the patch. Apparently one of the best views in this part of the country, and I can see why. These beautiful hills. And let's climb a little bit more. Oh yeah. This is cool. Feels like we're on top. Check that out. Family's having a good time.
Alright, you guys.
Sweet. Goodbye, Max Patch. You were awesome. Alright, one more. One more. What a badass day. What a badass day. The best thing about hiking into the evening is that nobody's on the trail after 3:30. I mean, we were up on Max Patch at 4. Of course, there are people up there watching the sun come down or doing whatever, but we got hit with a real nice rain. Saw some sweet reptiles and amphibians. We know tomorrow we're going to be zeroing. Well, not zeroing, we're going to be narrowing. We're hiking in, I think 14 miles. So we're going to get up at around 6 and check this out. That's what I mean. There's always something to see on this trail. Some kind of weird little waterfall. But we are it's just stoked. What an amazing day. Storm road today for about 3 hours. Yeah, it's about 7. I think it's about 7:15 right now. We're gonna try to be done at 7:30. Like I said, we rode the storm for quite some time. Actually, I think this is our camp spot right here. It's supposed to be next to the stream. We're not staying at a shelter. The shelter, of course, as you would imagine, was full of people. Oh man, she's slippy, as they say. I wonder if I can get across here without doing what I did yesterday. Oh yeah. The trees have been just something I didn't shoot today are these trees, but man, talk about just an old growth forest. I mean, today has just been awesome. This is one of the oldest, like consistent, like large old growth forests that I've been in. Like this is the old AT right here, I think. This doesn't look that flat, but we might still just live with it. We decided not to take that spot. It was a little bit steeper than what I want. But yeah, everyone was just sitting in the shelter. I stopped by, I found a glove on the trail, dropped it off at about 4:15, 4:30. And we were happy to see some day hikers. Pulling it in right after the big, there was a huge just gully washer for about 4 minutes. Soaked us, even though we're in rain gear, which is to be expected. This last climb of the day here is drying us out. Yeah, we had a good day. We're starting to really settle into these 19-mile days, which is awesome. I feel good. I feel like I can go a couple more, but we're gonna set up, do a little camping, try to get out by 6 to 6:30 in the morning. And that is the conclusion of day 18 on the Appalachian Trail.